After splitting a pivotal doubleheader at Phoenix on Saturday, Henley returns to the Klamath Basin for their second matchup of the season with Klamath Union Crosspoint Christian here at Steen Sports Park. Hello everybody, Matt Bowling here alongside Kevin Petrik. After Saturday's games, Henley tied with Phoenix for second place in the conference, while Hidden Valley New Hope Christian all alone at the top. Hornets face the last place team in the conference, Klamath Union Crosspoint Christian, 3 times this week. Starting today, they'll also have a doubleheader scheduled for Saturday, although with the forecast calling for some rain, that is in a bit of doubt. But for Henley, big rally coming from behind in Game 2 after dropping Game 1 to force a split. You see there the OSAA rankings. That was a top 10 matchup, so pretty big implications, not just for the conference standings, but also for playoff seeding down the line.
Yeah, Henley knows what's in front of them now. This is a good time of the season. You kind of know what you're up against. You've seen all the teams, and this is a little more interesting than we've seen in the past few seasons. We have probably 3 teams that could win this conference, so it's going to be really exciting down the stretch to see how they do. And I think this week is a time, if you're Henley, you want to try to get better. Maybe fiddle with your lineup a little bit, try some new people in different spots, try some different things, and then get your team playing the best that they can when you hit into the playoffs.
On the other side, the Pelicans looking to snap an 8-game losing streak that started when these teams met on April 3rd. Henley won 12-0 in 5 innings here at Steen Sports Park. Real quick, we'll give you a look at the starting lineups presented by Kyle's Lawn Care. A few changes for Henley. Laylee Segura is out sick today, so the outfield's going to look a little different. Alana Benson is out there. She's batting 9th. Anna Harper is moving out from first base to center field, which was where she was named first team All-State last year as an outfielder. Gracie White manning first base, where she was honorable mention All-State last season. Freshman Riley Hollingsworth getting the start in the circle for Henley after pitching a complete game win on Saturday in Game 2 against Phoenix. You look at Klamath Union Crosspoint Christian, and it's a very, very young Pelicans lineup. The freshman Ella Hammond getting the start in the circle. She also started the first time these teams met. But she's one of 5 freshmen in the batting order for the Pelicans and 6 in the field. Only Dahlia Bonnell in center field, Braden Wright at shortstop, and Anissa Jimenez at catcher have and Alex Pinacho, the designated hitter, have any experience playing high school softball. So certainly a tough task for this young team, but it will be interesting to see if they've had any sort of improvement since the first time these teams played.
Yeah, that's what you're looking for, especially this year. You'll see each team 4 times. So I believe it was 12-0. Is that right, the first time here?
Yeah,
in
5 innings.
Yeah, so Klamath Union will try to improve on that, and I think they'll just get markedly better as the season progresses.
Starting lineups, once again, were brought to you by Kyle's Lawn Care. And it looks like we are about to get underway. Gracie White in her usual leadoff spot, facing Ella Hammond. This will be the 6th start of the season for Hammond. She carries a 7.98 ERA, has issued 11 walks and 17 strikeouts. White takes strike 1. She's hitting .378 with 8 RBI. That one upstairs for a ball.
This Henley team has the luxury of having just good hitters throughout the lineup. And that's what you want. If you want to get all the way to the championship game, like this team has, you have to have good hitters 1 through 9.
Here's the 1-1, and White looks at ball 2. Yeah, Kevin, only 2 players in this Henley lineup are hitting below, well, in the regular Henley lineup, are hitting below 300. Both of those players are hitting above 200. As White looks at ball 3, you compare that to Phoenix, who they faced on Saturday. Pirates' top 4 hitters are all hitting above 400. Everyone else is hitting 200 or worse.
Right.
And White draws a leadoff walk. That's the kind of lineup you look at as a pitcher, and you say, okay, if I can just get through the top 4, then I got a little breathing room.
Right.
Well, you don't have any breathing room if you're facing this Henley lineup.
Right. Yeah, most teams are like that. They'll have 4 or 5 really strong hitters, but Henley's lucky. They've got a whole lineup full of hitters.
Samantha Moore looks at strike 1. She's hitting 300 with 9 RBI. Here's the 0-1. Moore squares up a bunt. It ends up in the dirt, and White will advance to second. One is a called strike. Here's the 1-2. That one gets behind Jimenez, and White advances to third.
It's good alert base running. Always take the extra base when you can.
2-2 to Moore. Lofts that one up and caught at short for the out. Braden Wright coming in to get that one. This will bring up Anna Harper, hitting .471 with a team-high 16 RBI. Or hitting .386, excuse me, .471. It's her on-base percentage. Harper takes the first pitch upstairs.
Yeah, another feature of Henley's lineup, they have good power hitters throughout the lineup. Anna's one of those. I know she homered here the last time she played here.
She did lead off with a homer, as a matter of fact. Here she looks at ball 2. Also hit a grand slam in Game 2 at Phoenix on Saturday. That was her 3rd home run of the season. She's got a 2-0 count. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
No wind to speak of today, but when that wind carries out to center field, she takes advantage of it when she can.
2-1 to Harper. Another swing and a miss. Payoff pitch here for Hammond. In the dirt. That hits Harper. Actually, I'm going to say it went in the dirt before hitting Harper. I think the umpires are going to talk about this. Home plate umpire wants to call her back with a full count.
She's going to stay at
After
first.
consultation, they will say it did hit her before going in the dirt. So runners on the corners for Natalie Hudson. Hitting .206 with 4 RBI. Fouls off the first pitch. Here's the 0-1. Called strike 2.
It was a nice pitch.
Harper takes second.
Right on the inside corner. Good placement.
Oh, 2, foul. Hudson, a second-team all-conference selection last season. Drills the 0-2 to right field, and it pops out of the glove. 2 runs will score, and Natalie Hudson will stand at second base, having given Henley a 2-0 lead.
That ball hit deep to right field. Good play on the ball, just couldn't hang on. Kind of a tough grab to make. Had to go over the shoulder with it. And a couple of RBIs there.
Jocelyn Rice, one of those freshmen, had a good read on it, but it just popped out of the glove. Well hit into left field, and Vickery will have an RBI.
That was a nice piece of hitting there. Drove the ball the opposite way.
Gets her to double-digit RBI on the season, and I would imagine maybe gets her average above 400. She was at 394 before that at-bat. Do not ask me to do the math on exactly how many percentage points that adds.
Me neither.
This will be Hayden Higgins fouling off the first pitch she sees. Higgins hitting .344 with 6 RBI. Oh, 1 is inside, ball 1. One. Outside edge, strike 2 called.
Hammond's done a good job of getting ahead of the hitters. Henley's just a good 2-strike hitting team. Got a chance to get it put out here.
Payoff pitch. Inside, Higgins fouled that off. I think that would have been a ball if she hadn't swung at it.
A little bit inside.
Another 1-2 from Ella Hammond. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
It's a good strikeout. Route number 2.
Brings up Riley Hollingsworth, who we will see in the circle in the bottom half of this inning. First pitch to her is well upstairs. Hollingsworth has 18 plate appearances so far this season. She's hitting .429 with 4 RBI. 1-0 is foul down the first baseline. And that's just kind of like we were talking about, Kevin, how deep this Henley lineup is. Even the players that aren't in there every day can come off the bench and produce.
Right.
The 1-1. Inside, ball 2.
You really can't pitch around anyone. It's tough to pitch against this team.
Here's the 2-1. Up and out. And it's a 3-1 count to Hollingsworth. And Hollingsworth walks. That brings up Belle Birch, hitting .257 with 8 RBI. Strike one.
Base hit here should give her another RBI for the season. Henley pretty speedy on the base paths. Good team speed.
0-1 is up and away. That one.
Just a bit high, I think.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Two-one count to Birch. Fouled off, narrowly missing the KU dugout.
Got to pay attention in those dugouts.
So a chance for Ella Hammond to get out of the inning here. The 2-2. That's low. Count goes full. Birch, second team All-State catcher last season. Full count. Hit softly to second, and that'll be it for the inning. Henley puts 3 on the board. Klamath Union Crosspoint Christian will try to respond when we come back here on mybasin.com.
Maybe tomorrow.
Riley Hollingsworth making her 5th start of the season for Henley after pitching a complete game in the second leg of Henley's doubleheader at Phoenix on Saturday. That was her 2nd complete game win of the season. She also picked up one over the Dalles Doofer on April 5th. Hollingsworth, the freshman, carries a .277 ERA, has walked 11, struck out 27. And she'll face Dahlia Bonnell to get things started for the Pelicans. Bonnell hitting .400 with 4 RBI. Was a second-team all-conference utility player last season. Swing and a miss.
I really like the fact that Riley doesn't walk a lot of hitters. That's what you want to do. You want to throw strikes, get that strikeout when you can, let your defense help behind you. Good pitcher.
1-1. Outside strike 2.
Right on the corner.
The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Nice start to the game for Hollingsworth. And it brings up Peyton Westlake.
Yeah, good start for Henley. Able to pick up 3 runs offensively in the first. And a good strikeout there to start the bottom half of the inning.
Westlake, a freshman, hitting .286. Swings and misses at the first one. Has 1 RBI this season. Oh, 1. That one's low. Here's the 1-1. Another swing and a miss. Payoff pitch for Hollingsworth. That one inside.
That's a good pitch. Good 2-strike pitch just inside off the plate.
Two. Popped up. And playable for Birch. She makes the catch.
That was a nice grab. She kind of got a late start on that. I don't think she saw the ball right away and then made a good adjustment for out number 2.
So it'll be up to Ella Hammond to try to avoid a 1-2-3 first inning for the Pelicans. She's hitting .211 with 3 RBI, and she takes the first pitch outside. Freshman versus freshman, this matchup in the pitching circle and here at the plate. Hollingsworth puts another one outside, and Hammond has a 2-0 count. That one swung on and missed. Hollingsworth drawing several swings and misses here in the first inning. Here's the 2-1. That one fouled into the dirt. Strike 2.
Back ahead in the count. She has good velocity on her pitches. Pretty good ball movement as well.
2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Riley Hollingsworth sets him down in order, and we head to the second here on mybasin.com.
Basin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
9-1-2 due up for Henley here in the top of the second. Hornets almost batted around in the first, put 3 runs on the board. It'll be Alana Benson to lead off for the Hornets, making only her 7th plate appearance of the season. She's hitting .600 with 3 RBI, though. 3 hits in 5 at-bats.
And she has good speed as well. We've seen her run at times, enter the game as a runner. She's good on the base paths.
As we mentioned, filling in left field today for Laylee Segura, who is out sick. First pitch to Benson is upstairs. 1-0. Hit well into shallow right, and it'll drop. Leadoff single for Alana Benson. Nice little bloop.
Nice base hit out in the right field for Alana.
Just over the head of Peyton Westlake. And Henley's back to the top of the order. Gracie White looks at strike one inside.
Good pitch. Got a little movement. Hooked right over that inside corner.
White drew a walk her first time up. The 0-1. A little high. But Benson goes straight for second.
And there's that speed we were talking about. Stolen base.
Here's the 1-1. Strike two looking.
Nice work on the corners.
Payoff pitch for Hammond. Drilled to right field and at the wall. Benson being waved around at third. White trying to leg out the triple and does as the throw pops out of the glove.
She really hit that hard. I thought it was gone, Matt, at first, but it managed to just stay in the park. Yeah.
I did too, Kevin.
Yeah. Well hit. The triple for Gracie.
But it's 4-0 Henley now. And it'll bring up Samantha Moore, who popped out in her first at bat. First pitch to Moore is high. That's the second triple of the season for White. She's one of 4 Henley players to hit one.
Another 2-strike hit for a Henley batter. Really, really good at the plate with 2 strikes.
Here's the 2-0 to Moore. That one called strike. Count goes to 2-1. Fouled. Just got a piece of the bat. And the count goes to 2-2. Wind's starting to pick up now. It's blowing out a little from home plate. Up and outside, count goes full. Popped up to shallow left, and the catch is made for the out. Braden Wright coming over to get that one. Anna Harper was hit by a pitch her first time up.
Little conference. Couple little conferences out there. I think we're ready to go.
First pitch to Harper is inside. One 0. Fouled off. Here's the 1-1 to Harper. And that one just knocked our camera off balance.
Right at the camera.
see if we can get this readjusted. May have to wait until the inning break. That pitch in the dirt. Count goes to 2-2.
Set up a little bit.
Yeah, there we go. Harper goes down swinging.
Good strikeout. Good pitch.
Freshman Hammond gets the better of Henley's senior power hitter. But it brings up Natalie Hudson, and she gets a hold of one. Back toward the fence and caught for the third out. Jocelyn Rice racing in to prevent another run scoring for Henley. Hornets do get one in the inning. We head to the bottom of the second with Henley up 4-0 here on mybasin.com.
It starts to warm up outside, it's time to tackle your lawn. And Kyle's Lawn Care is who to contact. Kyle's been doing lawn care in Klamath Falls for over 9 years. He offers a variety of services designed to make your life easier. Kyle's Lawn Care offers weekly mowing jobs, which includes mowing, edging, and blowing off sidewalks, snow removal, big cleanup jobs, dump runs, and more. At Kyle's Lawn Care, they strive to give each job their all and go the extra mile to exceed their customers' expectations. To get an estimate, you can call or text 541-281-3623.
Riley Hollingsworth back to the circle for Henley after a 1-2-3 first inning. Had 2 strikeouts.
That was a good defensive inning for KU. Got a little help from the defense. Got a strikeout. Only gave up 1 run. That's what you want to see from this team.
Klamath Union, Crosspoint Christian, a co-op this season. 2 schools also had a co-op in baseball last season. Crosspoint Christian has since started their own program this season. You would assume they're probably looking to do the same for softball in the near future. Seven Harris fouls off the first pitch she sees.
I was just out that way at Crosspoint, and it looks like they're constructing a softball field. So I think you might be right, Matt. They have nice facilities out there.
Seven Harris, the cleanup hitter for the Pelicans, leads the team with a .519 average. Swings and misses at that one, though. Also a team-high 7 RBI this season. Down 0-2 in the count, though, to fellow freshman Riley Hollingsworth. Strike 3 called.
Really nice pitch. Right at the knees, outside corner for strike 3. Another strikeout for Hollingsworth.
3 strikeouts and 4 batters faced. Braden Wright will try to avoid becoming another victim. Squares up a bunt, misses.
We talked about Henley's lineup moving around a little bit. It's kind of fortunate when you can move players into their all-state positions. really versatile players defensively.
Right, looking to bunt and misses again. Hitting .348 with 6 RBI. That pitch inside and low, ball 1. That one chopped fair. The throw to first is not in time. A little late and a little off the mark.
Yeah,
and Braden Wright is aboard.
That's good speed getting down to first. Pretty well played. Tried to make an underhand pitch there to first base and didn't quite execute the play. And KU gets a base runner.
Brings up Jocelyn Rice, hitting .250 with 6 RBI. She'll look to bunt. That'll get down fair. Throw to first is in time, but it advances right to second.
Sometimes you want to try to bunt. Number of hitters, try to make that defense make a good play. And Henley was able to that time.
2 outs, though. Alex Pinacho's probably not going to be able to bunt herself. Hitting .263 with 5 RBI. She does square up to bunt. Takes a pitch inside. One-0 count. Chopped foul down the first baseline. Well, clearly, Klamath Union, Crosspoint Christian, having seen the stuff that Hollingsworth was bringing in the first inning, decided their best bet is to try to play some small ball. Hit to short, throw to first, got her. That ends the second inning. We head to the third with Henley still up 4-0 here on mybasin.com.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
The Pacific Power Foundation donated nearly $70,000 in 2024 to organizations like the Lost River Bluegrass Festival, the Klamath County Rotary Club, and the Klamath Falls Gospel Mission. 5, 6, and 7 due up for Henley here in the top of the third. Jillian Vickery doubled in a run her first time up.
We've had a nice day today. It rained a little bit overnight. That kind of makes the field nice. It's not quite as dusty, just firm enough to play the way you want to. Not much wind.
Vickery was an honorable mention all-conference selection last season as an infielder.
One of the left-handed hitters in the lineup.
First pitch to her is a called strike. Here's the 0-1. Vickery gets a piece of that one, sends it back toward the center field fence, and down. Vickery with 2 doubles.
Having a good day at the plate. Henley hitting the ball deep today. Another one that made its way to the fence.
Hayden Higgins struck out her first time up. Tries to square up a bunt here and well, it got away. Vickery advanced to third. Wasn't sure if that hit her or not. 1-0 to Higgins. Swung on and missed. So nobody out and a runner on third here in the top of the third. Henley looking to add to their 4-0 lead. They need 6 more to get to the run rule margin. 1-1, driven to center left, and this will score Vickery. Higgins going for 3. She's got it.
Another one that finds its way to the wall. A lot of hard hit balls today. Another one for the Hornets.
It's the first triple of the season for Higgins, and she becomes the 5th Henley player to record one.
They got a couple triples today.
Hollingsworth fouls this one. Hit foul down the first baseline. Hollingsworth down 0-2. She walked her first time up. Outside a little bit.
Just a little out of the zone. Good 2-strike pitch.
The 1-2 popped up. Shallow right. It's going to get down. Higgins scores from third, and it's 6-0 Henley. Okay, we got to make a revision here. It looks like they're scoring Higgins, or they're scoring Higgins' hit as a double. And say she advanced to third on the throw.
I see. Okay.
So take the triple off the board for her. Probably a fair way to score it, given that it was mishandled a bit in the outfield.
Yeah, sure.
Birch fouls one off.
It's hard to read this Henley team. If you're on defense, they hit the ball to the wall, so you move your outfielders back. Then it just seems like just when you're back, you get a little bloop into the outfield. So hard to know exactly where to play.
Birch grounded out her first time up. Takes this one low as Hollingsworth steals second. Here's the 1-2 to Birch. That one is foul. Another 1-2. Birch sends that one over the head of Hammond, and it's going to be 7-0 Henley.
Things definitely going Henley's way. Every hit seems to find a gap. Another base hit.
3 runs now this inning for the Hornets, and Megan McCarty wants to have a chat in the circle. Still nobody out. Alana Benson due up. And then we're back to the top of the order.
Yeah, things are going Henley's way here. Starting to put together some multi-run innings.
So far, Henley out-hitting Klamath Union Crosspoint Christian 8-1. Now, one hit so far for the Pelicans was that bunt by Braden Wright.
Yeah, Hollingsworth has pitched very well thus far.
Lana Benson got a hit her first time up. She squares up a bunt. Pitch in the dirt. And that will advance Birch. So now a runner in scoring position for Benson. As she looks at ball 2.
That one just a little up in the zone.
Birch sends this one to second. It's off the glove. And they're going to hold Birch at third. Gracie White already has 1 RBI today. She has also drawn a walk. White looks at strike 1 as Benson advances to second.
Yeah, I think she was taking that pitch to get Alana over to second. You got 2 runners now in scoring position.
0-1 is low. One. Inside, called strike.
Good pitch there, working from the outside in for strike 2.
Payoff pitch for Hammond, but it's low and away. Two to White. Looks like outside, count goes full. Swung on and missed, strike 3.
Good strikeout pitch for Hammond.
3rd K of the day for Hammond. And it brings up Samantha Moore. 0 for 2. Checks her swing on the first pitch. They'll say she did not go. It's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss. One is well outside. Henley needs 3 more runs to reach 10, which would allow them to end this game after the 5th inning. Count goes to 3-1 for Samantha Moore. Ella Hammond now up to 81 pitches. '82 is outside for a walk, and the bases are loaded. Well, Anna Harper went deep last time she came up with the bases loaded. We'll see what she can do here. She's been hit by a pitch and has struck out. That pitch in the dirt. Here's the 1-0. That's upstairs.
Hammond being careful here with the bases loaded and Harper at the plate.
I think at this point, everyone who faces Henley knows the power of Harper's bat.
Right.
Trying not to give her anything hittable. That one's a called strike. Two 2-1 to Harper. That's fouled off. Back toward the other field.
Good work by Hammond to get back ahead in the count.
Big payoff pitch here for the freshman. Two. Upstairs, count goes full. What do you do here if you're Hammond? Really caught between a rock and a hard place. Harper sends this one up the middle, and this will be at least 2 runs. Mishandled. It looks like they will hold more at third. So it's 9-0 Henley.
That was good hitting there. Patient at the plate through the hole at bat and just drove the ball right back up the middle. And 2 RBI for Anna.
So it brings up Natalie Hudson. It's 1 for 2. 2-run double. Drills the first pitch. Looks like it's going to stay in. But Moore will tag up and score from third. So 2 down, but Henley gets to the run rule margin. Jillian Vickery, 2 for 2 with a double and an RBI. Harper goes to second on the ball in the dirt.
Henley really aggressive on the base paths, trying to get that runner in scoring position early in the count.
1-0. Fouled off. One to Vickery. Well outside. Jimenez has to dive to keep it from getting to the backstop.
That was good work there, keeping Harper at second.
Two 1. Another one fouled off into the chain link. Thankfully, this one stayed away from our camera.
Yeah.
Chance to get out of the inning, and it's upstairs. Count goes full. This one foul. Still a full count to Vickery. Swing and a miss. It's strike 3 dropped. Vickery didn't know it. She has to run to first. I don't think either her or Jimenez knew it at first. But it is an inning-ending strikeout. Henley, though, up 10-0 as we head to the bottom of the third here on mybasin.com. Riley Hollingsworth back out for her third inning of action.
Yeah, she's pitched very well today. Good command in there, throwing a lot of strikes.
Looks like there might be some substitutions being made for Henley on the defensive end.
It's like Faith Tucker at first. I think I see Michaela Schroeder at third. Is that right?
And this is going to be Ollie Birch replacing her older sister Belle at catcher.
I see some new faces in the outfield as well.
Scott White emptying the bench now that his squad has reached the run rule margin. So Ollie Birch, Michaela Schroeder, both freshmen. Faith Tucker, a senior.
And I can't see who's in center, Matt, but we have a new center fielder as well.
Looks like Cosette Venegas, also a freshman. She's been in the lineup from time to time, so not somebody who's starved for reps. So Alana Benson still in left field. Hayden Higgins still in right. Natalie Hudson still at short, and Samantha Moore still at second. It'll be Anissa Jimenez swinging and missing. Jimenez hitting .261 with 5 RBI. She fouls this one off. Oh, 2, low and away. Payoff pitch for Hollingsworth. Sent to second, and they get her on the throw to first. Brings up Sayuri Serrano Lopez. Hitting .077 with 2 RBI. She's one of the Crosspoint Christian representatives on this co-op team. She squares up a bunt, instead takes a swing and fouls it off. Showing bunt again, and taking one up and out.
Hollingsworth only given up, I think, 1 hit, Matt. Is that right?
That's correct.
1 hit so far.
And it was on a bunt.
Yeah.
Here's a 1-1. This one foul. Payoff pitch for Hollingsworth. This one's low and away. Ball 2.
Good pitch. She's really good with 2 strikes. Get that ball just out of the zone a little bit. Try to get that hitter to chase it.
Two hit right to first. Should be an easy play, and it is. Faith Tucker gets the put out.
Henley defense looking sharp this afternoon.
Back to the top of the order. Dahlia Bennell struck out her first time up. Takes the first pitch low. The 1-0. Called strike.
Right on the edge of the plate.
Here's the 1-1. That one called strike. Chance for Hollingsworth to end the inning. And she does. Strike 3 called. It's still 10-0 Henley as we head to the 4th here on mybasin.com.
It starts to warm up outside. It's time to tackle your lawn. And Kyle's Lawn Care is who to contact. Kyle's been doing lawn care in Klamath Falls for over 9 years. He offers a variety of services designed to make your life easier. Kyle's Lawn Care offers weekly mowing jobs, which includes mowing, edging, and blowing off sidewalks, snow removal, big cleanup jobs, dump runs, and more. At Kyle's Lawn Care, they strive to give each job their all and go the extra mile to exceed their customers' expectations. To get an estimate, you can call or text 541-281-3623.
Hayden Higgins, Riley Hollingsworth, and Ollie Birch due up for Henley here in the top of the 4th. Hornets don't need to score any more runs, just need to keep Klamath Union Crosspoint Christian off the board. And we'll end this game in 5 innings.
Yeah, Henley looking sharp. I'm impressed with the way they played today. Sometimes games like this, not sure. The team is up for the task, but they're looking very good today.
First time these teams met was also here at Steen Sports Park on April 3rd. Henley won that game 12-0 in 5 innings. Higgins 1 for 2. RBI double and a strikeout today. Look at the pitch disparity here through 3 innings. Ella Hammond has thrown 93 pitches. Riley Hollingsworth has thrown 38.
Wow. That is a big difference.
And that's something this Henley lineup excels at. Running up the pitch count.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a patient group. Make that pitcher work.
And they did it on Saturday against Phoenix. Pirates had to bring in their 3rd pitcher late in Game 2, and Henley got 5 runs off her. 2-0 to Higgins is popped up in foul territory and hits the fence.
We're right up against the backstop.
I don't think Jimenez could have made a play on that one without running into the concrete
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was right against the fence.
Probably best to just stay back. 2-1. That one's low. Three-1 to Higgins. And she'll walk. Riley Hollingsworth has an RBI and a walk. Also has a stolen base. Good day for her in both the circle and at the plate. Hits this one past Hammond, but Klamath Union Crosspoint Christian able to get the leadoff runner. The lead runner at second.
Almost made the double play. Ball was kind of a slow roller. Didn't have quite enough time to get the runner at first, but good for the out at second.
This is Ollie Birch making just her third plate appearance of the season. Hasn't recorded a hit yet. Has not reached base either. Hits this one to first. They will get her, but she advances the runner.
Put the ball in the play there. It's a good opportunity for some of these kids to get some playing time.
So now we're to the bottom of the order with Alana Benson, who is 2 for 2. Benson takes ball one. One 0. Benson watches that one go up.
a little dust storm.
Home plate umpire calling time as gust of wind kicking up some dust in the infield. He's going to maybe wait for this to subside.
Yeah, that wind was really swirling. The dust came right at us for a second, then head out toward the outfield.
2-0. Benson will foul this one almost into the bleachers. Got to stay alert.
Yep. Pay attention. Might get hit.
2-1 to Benson. Takes a big swing and a miss at that one. Ella Hammond can end the inning. Benson can drive in another run. The 2-2. Count goes full.
Just a little bit high.
Hit well to right, and it'll get down. Hollingsworth scores from second. It's 11-0 Henley.
A lot of Benson having a great day. Her average is shooting up.
3 for 3. It's now her 4th RBI of the season. And I think I can do the math on this one. If she's now got 6 hits in 8 at-bats.
750.
You got it.
That's a pretty good average. She's doing really well.
Faith Tucker takes a called strike. This is her 3rd plate appearance of the season. She also has yet to reach base.
I didn't even use my calculator, Matt. I want you to know that.
That's good. That's good.
Hey, thanks.
You've probably subbed for a few math classes.
Yeah. We won't talk about that. I'm not real strong in math.
I mean, there's a reason I majored in journalism. I don't know about you, but
yeah, I'm not math guy. Not good in that subject.
Faith Tucker down 1-2. And here's the payoff pitch for Hammond. Checks her swing. They say she didn't go.
Good work from Faith laying off of that one.
Upstairs, count goes full. Full count to Faith Tucker. And she will walk.
It's a good at bat. Gives Henley 2 base runners.
Tucker gets on base for the first time this season and brings up Samantha Moore. 0 for 2, has drawn a walk. First pitch upstairs. One 0 upstairs. Two 0 to Moore. In the dirt, runners will hold. And there's a 4-pitch walk to load the bases.
Yeah, Hammond may be showing a little fatigue here, Matt. She's thrown a lot of pitches today.
Up to 117 now.
Yeah.
That's a lot for a freshman. Cosette Venegas coming off the bench. Lays this one down. It goes foul right at third base.
That jumped outside the baseline, just at the bag. Almost fair.
Venegas hitting .500 with 8 RBI. 22 at-bats this season. Fouls another one off.
She was almost like she was kind of protecting herself on that one, and the ball ended up hitting the bat. Good enough for a strike.
She had a good day at Phoenix on Saturday. She was 3 for 7 with 2 RBI across both games. Here she drills one to second, and it finds its way all the way to the wall. A bases clearing triple. Venegas is going to go for home. Venegas scores! Inside the park home run. Cosette Venegas, we'll see how they score it.
A lot of extra base hits today for the Hornets. In the Parker there. Cleared the bases.
So it's 15-0 now, which actually means Henley can end this after 4 innings, because the rule at the high school level is 15 runs after 3 innings, or 10 runs out and 10 runs after 5. Natalie Hudson sends one into center field, and the inning continues. So they're going to score this as an error. So Venegas actually won't earn any RBI on that one. It did squeak through the legs of Westlake.
Yeah, she hit it hard enough, though, that it just kept going. Again, nearly rolling to the fence.
But, man, if you're Venegas, you would really love to have those RBI.
Right.
Fouled off by Michaela Schroeder. Making her 6th plate appearance of the season. She's hitting .500. 2 hits. Looks like they're going to call time to inspect the ball. Schroeder looks like she'll be next in a recent line of tremendous athletes to come through Henley. She was first team all-conference in volleyball, first team all-state in basketball. 2-1. Low and away.
That one missed just inside.
(3-1) to Schroeder. Called strike. Kevin, you're an assistant coach for the Henley girls basketball team. I know you've enjoyed coaching her so far.
Yeah, she's a hard worker.
And she draws a walk.
She's had a very good freshman campaign, for sure.
She was the first freshman since 2019 to earn first-team all-tournament honors at the state championships. Hayden Higgins, 1 for 2 with an RBI. RBI double, that was. Takes ball 1 here. Higgins sends it to third. Throw to second is in time. They get Schroeder and the inning ends, but Henley 3 outs away from a run rule. We'll see if Hollingsworth can polish it off when we come back here on mybasin.com.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
The Pacific Power Foundation donated nearly $70,000 in 2024 to organizations like the Sanford Children's Clinic Preventative Food Pantry, the Oregon Tech Foundation, and the Assistance League of Klamath Basin. Riley Hollingsworth has faced 10 batters, allowed 1 hit, and struck out 4. She can get through this inning without a run, game will be over.
She's had a very good outing. Number of strikeouts. I don't think she's walked a batter. Pitched very well.
Peyton Westlake looks at ball 1 here. She popped out her first time up. It was a nice catch in foul territory by Belle Birch. Westlake sends this to third. Schroeder's throw to first is on the mark and on time.
Defense again, doing its job behind Hollingsworth.
This brings up Ella Hammond. She struck out her first time up. Looks at strike one here. Oh, 1 is low. One. Fouled off. Here's the 1-2. That's low and away.
This game is Dean's today. This is a temporary home, I believe, for the Pelicans while they're getting some renovations done.
That one inside. Count goes full. Hammond working her way back to a full count. Swung on and missed.
Another strikeout for Hollingsworth.
Her 5th of the day. And it brings up 7 Harris, who struck out her first time up. Harris chops that one foul. Oh, 1 up and out. The 1-1 gets into the dirt. Two 1 is fouled. Payoff pitch for Hollingsworth. Two. Sent past Schroeder at third. Also gets past Hudson. And Harris gets just the second hit of the day for the Pelicans.
That was a well-hit ball. Found its way through the infield for a base hit.
Looks like...
Get a courtesy runner over there.
Looks like Raylan Hernandez is going to be the courtesy runner. And Braden Wright is going to step up to hit. Wright had the other hit for the Pelicans today. It came on a bunt. And she's going to try to bunt again here. One-oh. Slaps this one past the circle. Throw to first. In time. Game over. Natalie Hudson makes up for the one that got by her on the last at bat. and sets the runner down at first. Henley gets a 4-inning run rule win over Klamath Union Crosspoint Christian, 15-0 your final score. We'll take a break, get you the stats here on mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Henley 15, Klamath Union Crosspoint Christian nothing. Your final here as the Hornets get a run rule win. They improve to 10-4 overall, 5-2 in Skyline Conference play. Pelicans, meanwhile, drop to 3-9, 0-7 in league play. They've now lost 9 games in a row. Before we get into the stats, we need to award our Pacific Power play of the game. I'm going to give it to Cosette Venegas, coming off the bench, hitting in the top of the 4th inning. Bases are loaded. She sends a ball through the legs of the second baseman. It ends up being, I guess you would call it a Little League home run, but gosh, it's unfortunate for her. It's scored as an error. She doesn't even get credit for the hit, even though she ends up driving in 4 runs. We'll recognize the effort and the hustle.
Right.
Gotta leg it out. I mean, inside the park home run.
That was an exciting play.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So even though it won't count in the scorebook, we will give Cosette Venegas our Pacific Power play of the game. She was far from the only Hornet to have a great day, though. I mean, you look at Riley Hollingsworth in the circle, 4 innings of work, allowed 2 hits, didn't walk anybody, struck out 5. Look at her pitch distribution. Through 52 pitches, 35 of them were strikes.
Yeah, she really had a good command of her pitching today and really, really worked the plate well, hitting the corners and striking out a lot of hitters.
In total, 8 Hornets recorded at least 1 RBI. And Natalie Hudson led the way with 3. She was 2 for 3 at the plate. Jillian Vickery only had 1 RBI, but she was also 2 for 3 at the plate with a pair of doubles. Gracie White 1 for 2 with an RBI triple. Anna Harper 1 for 2 with 2 RBI. I think, let's see.
Alana Benson had a good day.
Alana Benson,
three
yes,
hits.
3 for 3 with an RBI.
Yes.
Bell Birch, Hollingsworth, Higgins also had RBI for Henley, and I believe That covers everyone who drove in a run for the Hornets. Pelicans, only 2 hits of the day came from Seven Harris and Braden Wright. So, Henley does what they were probably hoping to do after, kind of a challenging week where they had to play 3 games against Phoenix, a top 10 team in the OSAA and contender for the conference title. Now they get to come home and have 3 games this week against the last place team in the conference. So kind of a chance to gain some momentum here for the Hornets as they look kind of further down the line ahead. They're going to have the 3-game week against Hidden Valley New Hope Christian, the first place team, May 7th through 10th. So that's 2 weeks from now. Hidden Valley New Hope Christian run-ruled Henley at home on April 11th, 12-2 in 5 innings, snapped the Hornets' 30-game Skyline Conference winning streak. They had not lost since 2022 in league play. But, I mean, this is we kind of talked about it off-air pregame, Kevin. What a difference good pitching makes. I mean, last season, Annie Campos just dominated for Henley, pitched 80% of the Hornets' innings. Nobody in the league could touch her, but you look now, and Hidden Valley New Hope Christian has brought in Scarlett Gordon from 6A Grants Pass, Iowa Central Community College commit. Phoenix has a great freshman in Riley Rivero and also a much-improved junior in Destiny Christlieb. This is going to be a very tight Skyline Conference race, so good time for Henley to really kind of get in a groove as you get kind of towards the middle part of that league slate and, basically to win the games that you should win, and that's what they did here today.
Right, and I think the best thing the coaches will be happy about is they got really good performances from a lot of players, and that's what you want to. You want to get that depth in your lineup. A lot of kids that normally don't play as much got to play a lot today, and they did very well. So that's very hopeful. This is going to be a fun team to watch the next few weeks. These are going to be some good games. As you mentioned, pitching is a huge bonus, and Phoenix and Hidden Valley have pitchers. So it'll be a good race to the top for sure.
These teams are scheduled to meet again this Saturday for a noon doubleheader at Henley. That will wrap up the season series, although the forecast is calling for rain, so we'll see what happens there if the games have to be pushed to next week. But either way, you can stay tuned for check updates on mybasin.com, our 960 Sports Facebook page. Somewhere on one of our platforms, you should be able to get an answer when that time comes as to whether or not the games are being played on Saturday. But for now, that does it for us here at Steen Sports Park. For my partner, Kevin Petrik, I'm Matt Bowling. You've been watching Henley Softball on mybasin.com.